Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
Alright folks, we are ready to jump into the matchup. There was a bit of a delay, folks, as you might have noticed, but don't worry, the game is here. It's a 3-0 lead here for Big 5, and now it is going to be the very first round here for Energy. Again, apologies for the delays, but there were some issues connecting to the GoTV server, but they have been fixed, and we can continue on with the matchup. And it looks like it is going to be a save here for Tianchi. With the save coming into play here, like I mentioned earlier, it is going to be the first round here for Energy. And it is looking like a pretty good map here from Big 5. I haven't really taken a look at the map picks. But what I've seen in today's earlier matchup where Big 5 played against Loden, I actually really enjoyed the way Big 5 are playing it. Like, they were really playing a solid CT setup. The way they were using their utility was superb. The way they were playing their CT side defensive was very nice to witness. I'm not sure how the T side will be looking though, as the previous matchup we barely got to see them play on the terror side. So let's see how this one's going to work out here. Energy, not really fighting for banana control, but they do have Blaze here, so maybe he is going to be the first man of contact, or it might just be Tianchi, and he would be the word of the first kill. As now it is going to be some interesting stuff going on there towards Banana. The players here from Energy who have fought for Banana control are quite low on HP, I guess you could say. Blaze would be one of them, and Dweezil. Oh yes, he can land the jump. But yes. This is going to be a scenario where Big 5 have a disadvantage here, so with the disadvantage coming into play, how they approach their offensive. Kind of looks like they're ready to hit the safe bomb side by this point. They still have utility to deploy on this side in order to take it, but the problem still remains. They must first open it up. Dweezil holding the angle. He should be good here for pretty much a one kill, and yes, he can very easily back away. He finds the first kill. He also drops the bomb carrier, interestingly enough. And with the first skill coming into play, Big 5 can now play, well, they themselves going to have to play this one a bit faster style of play. I'd say 20 seconds remaining. Big 5, they have to make a push on one of the bomb sites. Like I said, it's very little time to work with, so it looks like it is going to be B-side Blaze. From the coffins with the AUG, he can find some easy kills here. The players just line up for him just as easily. And even though Takbuck finds the first one, that's all he's going to get. Big 5 weren't able to secure that one. It's Energy to come out on top, and we do see that the money situation, it's not looking that great here for Big 5, so it looks like, yes, it is going to be a simple eco. But as I say, simple eco. Did you invest in some of those upgraded pistols, some killer to work with? Okay, it may not be as a simple eco as it probably could have been. With the pistols coming into play, we are probably going to be seeing a faster style of round here from Big 5. Flash is being deployed over Banana. That's going to allow him to get some of that easy presence, and in fact, they're not slowing down. They're going to continue with push here. I like the fact that they have one of the guys jumping into CT. Tianchi will find a kill on Blaze, and now they can get the wraparound here on ADM. Good stuff here for Big 5. They've now taken over the bomb site, which means that in this free-on-free scenario, even though it is looking pretty good here for the likes of Big 5, Energy, they have the weapons as well as utility to retake this bomb site. Tianchi holding the angle, but he's not going to be seeing any players moving in just yet. Now we're finally seeing the flash being deployed. Smoke on his Tianchi goes in for the peek. He finds the first one, but now it is all up to Slowy in a 1-on-2. They haven't really checked his position. They expect it to be in Banana, but that's a misplay. Slowy with the first one and the second one to boot. That's going to be it here for Big 5 as they secure themselves an eco victory. Even after losing a round like that, Energy still have, some money in their pockets. The purchase has come through, though it's not looking that great. Dweezil, glass cannon up. Yeah, that's risky. Imagine if Dweezil would have continued on to hold that position, and if a couple of grenades, even the one EG grenade, I think it takes him down instantly. So whenever you're playing with a glass cannon up, the thing is, you're going to have to be very careful in your approach. There's no other way of putting it. So Dweezil right now is still holding. Can't really say this is a very good angle here for Dweezil because you can get very easily Molotov or even naded out of position. Speaking about being Molotov out of position, that's ADM going down. It looks like Big 5 going to continue on moving forward on this A-bomb site. As there's still a couple more players remaining who are holding the side itself. Blaze will be taken down. At least a couple of these players is doing a fine job at it. And now as the second guy in the pit area goes down, it's all up to Cannibalistic. It does have only an AWP to work with. In a one-on-one situation like this, up versus up. Looks like he's actually gone for the pistol here, Dweezil. That's a good opportunity for him to actually get this shot because that's it. He needs the one shot, and that's going to be enough to take down Cannibalistic. Ooh, he misses it, but then the latter ones should be able to connect. He only needs the one bullet. Come on there, Dweezil. He finally gets it done. That will be now the third round here for Energy. And we do see that was a pretty important round loss Big 5 took there. As their economy is, I would really say it's in shambles, but it's definitely not looking that great. For them, it is going to be the one simple eco, and then they can get very easily back in the game. Though, I call it a simple eco, it really isn't that way. As, ooh, okay, that's a nice shot there from Slowy. That's the thing I'm talking about. Big 5, even though they're only with the pistols, we can see that it is going to be a bit more problematic here for Energy. If they're going to open up like sites like that, Big 5, they can do some serious damage here. Now I think it's only, yeah, Raid does have the backup here and missed him, so they should be able to stop this push, all things considering, and yes. But you see Raid doing a splendid job at it. Slowly has recovered an AWP. That's a good weapon to work with. Cannibalistic with the P250. Will he check the angle? He sure does. He finds the kill and misstep, and now there's Raid going down. This is looking solider now for Big 5. They should be able to win this one, but as the bomb plant does come in, ADM secures it on Cannibalistic. Now it's all up to Slow. He's out there in the middle of nowhere. That is going to be it here, ladies and gentlemen. That will be a 5th round here for Big 5. Actually, no, pardon me. That's going to be the 4th round here for Energy. The 4th one for Big 5. Ugh. That's what happens when you're casting about 6 hours of Counter-Strike. Don't worry, folks. I still got my numbers. Anyhow, it is going to be a purchase here from Big 5, as we were expecting to see. The AK-47s do come out, an AWP in the hands of Cannibalistic. Now, that's the thing. We do have an AWP here in the hands of Cannibalistic, so that's the thing I want to see. I want to see him try to find the AWP kills. Allow him to roam around the map, find some of these openings here, though Cannibalistic was softened up here, and now it is going to be custom to get the finishing kills, and didn't really check sandbags. That's a huge mistake. Blaze now will get himself the triple kill, and that pretty much stops the push in its tracks. Great attempt there from Big 5. However, you don't check your corners, you get punished. Now, Takbok and Slowy. Not the best position right now, but they still overwhelm the player here on the B-bomb side. That's doable for them to put this round in the works. Smoke's being deployed. Ah, yes, Blaze reveals his position with the AWP, and that's the thing. He's pretty much on his ace by this point, and he's gonna get it. That's all 5 kills for Blaze and 5 rounds for Energy. Impressive stuff from Blaze, but primarily it just really came down to the overconfidence there from Big Five, which I can't really blame them. They think if we kill the two guys there holding Banana, that's pretty much it. That has to be a bomb site opener. If there is a third guy, there's probably one in the site itself. Or maybe even CT. They had no idea the player could still be in sandbags. That was risky stuff from Blaze to kind of bait his teammates in a way and die early, and well, allowed him to die earlier than expected. But then again, he did pull off that round for the team, so I guess it works out for Energy in the end. P250's out. Man, Cannibalistic is fine with that P250 from what I've seen. Like, he's looking like a very good P250 player from what I've seen in his previous best of 3 and even here yet again. Deagle, slowly, can't get the shot in though. Big Five are now crumbling apart here as expected, as the player's not looking that great. I mean, they only have the pistols to work with, and that's pretty much it here for Custom. That's going to be 6 rounds here for Energy, only 4 for Big Five still. As we do see, you know, the early start, yes, it was looking pretty solid for Big Five. They got themselves the early 4-2 lead. But these past couple of rounds, it has been the Energy show. And if I take a look at HL3 real quick, I do believe the map pick, it is in fact of Big Five. And Big Five, from what I've seen on the CT side of Inferno, I was genuinely impressed. So maybe that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping to get things done on the CT side of Inferno. But even so, they could definitely use some rounds here on the T side as well. Good shot there from Blaze. He sees the tracers of the bullets, and that's going to allow him to snatch himself an easy kill. Big Five right now in a peculiar situation, as they have lost one of their players very early on here. I think by this point it will probably be a commitment here on the A site. Do see slowly smoking of Archway, a very important choke point when entering the A bomb site though. Plays, oh what? He's now in this other part of the map and he's still doing work here for the smoke. This is now going to prompt a push here from Big Five. The Molotovs do run in, they do force out Muslim out of position, but the problem is, he's still in pit. That's a very powerful spot for a player to be there. But as they do eliminate here, Big Five, they have themselves bombs control. Custom spot out a couple players there. So they are going to be maybe even anticipating a couple guys to come out here through the smoke, but they have no idea about the positioning there of Dweezil. And that's the thing though, Dweezil is walking in through the apartments with an AWP. Probably not the best weapon in that position, but let's see if he can get anything done here. The scope is heard, or his Cannibalistic still peeks towards the apartments to get a kill. And this round, yes, it is pretty much over here. Dweezil and Blaze just have to go for the save here. In fact, Blaze might even get an exit frag, and for his troubles, he has been rewarded. Dweezil, though, misses the op shot. That's pretty much it. Oh, he doesn't even take the op shot. That hurts. Oh, that's gotta hurt. It was a fast peek, though. A lightning-fast Ferrari peek. Those tend to happen in deathmatch, at least for me it does. But it also tends to happen in this higher level of Counter-Strike. Now we do see the Big Five roster here. Again, probably going to go for some of that mid presence, which, in all fairness, if you take a look from the Energy side, they haven't really been fighting for mid. Primarily, it's just been given away there for Big Five, except missed him. Yes, this time around he goes for the aggressive play. He is rewarded with a kill, though, and now as Big Five will pursue their way into the bomb site. Yeah, they do eliminate missed him. There's Dweezil, and now it's all up too slow, and he goes down. That's going to be 7 rounds for Energy. Right, let's get back to it, shall we? Now, this is quite a peculiar situation here. If you're a team like Big Five, are you satisfied with 5 rounds? I would probably say no. For them to only have the 5 rounds on the terror side of Inferno, it's not too good. As I do see the first half, as it is coming to a close here, there's still going to be a possibility for Big 5 to acquire a couple more rounds here, but... The one thing I want to see is, I just want to see their CD side. Because their CD side was a very solidly placed up against Loden, which was clearly a lesser opponent, I'll give him that, but even though they did face a lesser opponent, they were playing some really structural Counter-Strike. Something I'm not seeing too often here on the T side. On the T side, they've been playing quite aggressively here. ADM, though, is racking up kills here. The second kill was quite interesting. But here, it is pretty much over here for Takbok. He is in the archery position, and yeah, we already saw it, though. ADM switching his way towards CT, hoping to find that 5th kill. And now the purchase is here for Big 5. AK-47s to work with, as well as a decent amount of utility from their part. Like I said, I have seen, them going for the aggressive style of plays, which haven't really worked out for them too well. If they're actually going to go again towards middle, that seems to be the one part of the map where energy just seems to be voluntarily given up. However, things are quite different here on the B side of the map. We have a double nade stack. Dweezil holding things with the AWP and hold ready. Yeah, a guy like Custom just has to get out of there. Like, he's so low in HP, he can't really fight these players anymore. So, now it is Big 5 changing things up here a little bit. They are going to be hitting this A bomb site in a faster style of plays. It is missed him here in the pit area. This is a very powerful position. And there's, in fact, his second teammate there as well. And as Raid ends up hitting the ground, now it's all up to Mistim in the pit area. Can he find any more kills? He will be going down, but you do see one of the players there close by the smoke. I do believe that's ADM in that position. It's all up to Tianchi, Cannibalistic, and Takbok. Dweezil again coming in on the A side through the apartments. Like I said, this is not a very good position for an AWPer. It'd be much wiser for him to come out from some different angle, but here, they don't really have a lot of room to work with here, energy, but as Blaze finds that kill, that opens things up here for the likes of energy. Tianchi right now, he is hoping to see the second player coming in there. He is finding himself a second kill, and the third one with the flames. I think Blaze might have gone for the defuse. I'm not really sure what happened there. Where was the Molotov thrown out? But that was pretty much Blaze set ablaze. That's going to be a 1 versus 3 clutch for Tianchi as he secures the 6th round for the team. Man, how did that third kill happen? I didn't even notice it, to be honest. Oh boy, that was that's one way to lose a 1 versus 3 there, energy. Dweezil with the MP9. Great weapon, great angle, and good kill for energy. In fact, ADM will also pick up a kill on Custom. So this is now a superb start right now for the likes of energy. They've got themselves the early 2 kills, and with the 2 kills coming into place, this could possibly be their 9th round on the CD side of Inferno. That's looking very likely at this point. With the 9th round coming in. Oh, missed him. Yeah, he sees the angle there. The player slowly was... Maybe first he was trying to go for a jiggle peek, hoping to bait out some AWP shot, but he just got wrecked by the AUG. Now it's all up to Cannibalistic here, alongside Tianchi. The players are not in the best position, I'll give you that. Cannibalistic, he's not going to be offered a kill. That's the thing. Energy are playing this one safe. Though Dweezil. Uh-oh, he might just get a wraparound on these players, and if that's going to be the case, that's the thing. They're not even showing themselves on the bomb side. This is peculiar stuff from energy. But at this point, if you're Big 5, you're just going to have to plant the bomb, and that's the thing. While he's planting the bomb, Raid is going to peek on out. And there's also Dweezil to help him out. 10 seconds remaining, and the round is pretty much over by this point. That is going to be the 9-6 scoreline here in favor of Energy. I'll say this, that's not a bad scoreline. All things considering, they did a fine job here, Energy. They might not have had themselves the best of starts. It was obviously Energy with, pardon me, Big Five who got themselves the early 4-2 lead, and now it is, of course, Energy in the lead. They showed us some decent CS on the CG side. Let's see how it's going to be looking here on the T side for Energy. They have invested in a decent amount of utility here. A couple of smoke grenades, a couple of flashbangs to boot. And P250 in hands of ADM. Now we do have the Energy players slowly but surely shifting their way towards the B bomb side. But as they are moving forward, I think they're still questioning themselves, as they haven't really been presented with an aim duel. I wonder if their main goal is in fact to hit this B bomb side, or are they still hoping to find some of these openings from two aggressive Big Five players? And so far, Energy, they seems to me like they want to try to hit this A bomb site. Wait, why is ADM so... Is he crouching? Oh yeah, it is. Though he looks oddly short in that position. Anyhow, it is going to be a hit here from Energy on this B bomb site. ADM and co are about to hit this bomb, so they still have the two smoke grenades. I think one of them is going to be thrown out for CT, the other one probably towards coffins, the more common positions here on the B side. Now the players are walking on through. There's going to be ADM to find the first pickup, and now Energy. They have everything to take this site. They have done a solid job at it. Now the question remains, can they hold it off? That's going to be a shot there from Slowy. And Big Five, they can still try to go for this one. You have Cannibalistic here with the Fuse Kit as well as a Smoke Grenade. That's an opportunity there, but Slowy. Oh, the crossbar is way too good. ADM and Blaze. ADM! Oh, the taps come in! And that will be the 10th round for Energy, but ADM, he was swift with a P250. Though it's not as accurate as some of the other pistols in the game, but... that was tasty. That was some nice shots with the P250, not gonna lie. Big Five, not the best start for the players. For them, it looks like it's eco territory, if not even double eco. As they do invest in the pistols here, I think it is going to be a double eco. Right now there for the Big Five players, so... even though it is, of course... Oh, only the Deagles. Even though it is only the Deagles, I think if you're Energy, you want to be quite careful about this one. I'd say you want to be careful in your approach here. The flashbangs now being deployed over middle. Energy being very careful, methodical in their approach, clearing out every single nook and cranny, making sure there aren't any Big Five players here. Custom has got the Deagle up. That's the first kill there onto Dweezil. A couple more players coming in, and it does have Tagbok to help him out. Oh, but Tagbok's going to play this one aggressive, isn't he? Look at this, Slowy. He's got the dig out. He does find the first kill. There's going to be a lot more players coming in, and ooh, ADM gets actually shot by his own teammate there. That's looking very good right now for Energy. They pretty much got themselves bombs control. There's only Custom. Yeah, now it's all up to Custom here, as he's a lonesome player. But I think if you're Custom, right? Do you want to save the MAC-10? I don't think so. I think if you're Custom, you might just try to maybe even attempt to go for some of these exit frags. You can definitely hide in, you know, the sewage area. That's a fine place. It might smell, but it's a good opportunity for a player to find a kill. Though, this is an interesting angle. Blaze is making a lot of noise now. Oh, yes. That's what happens when you make a lot of noise, Blaze. Custom is going to get a very nice shot there with the Deagle. And he's also going to see if the MAC-10, though. Ooh, there's players in second mid. They see him. but they can get the kill. That's going to be, of course, the 10th round right now for, oh, pardon me, the 11th round here for Energy. Looks like the go to V kind of baited me there a little bit. And yeah, this is going to be a big 5 eco from what I can tell. As I mentioned earlier, because they've gone for the Deagle investment, they would not have had enough money to make a purchase in a route like this. So it's quite understandable why, yet again, it is just going to be, you know, the mere pistols coming into play. The P250's there, Slowy. He's got the Mag-10 in his position, though. I mean, because he is the B-side defender, I guess it is not a bad... It's not, yeah, it's definitely not a bad position to have a Mag-10 in. And now Dweezil, jumping down in, clearing out the A-bombs and making sure there aren't any more Big 5 players remaining. And you want to be very thorough in your approach here, Dweezil. Good shot there from Dweezil, of course. P250 magic. But yeah, all things considering, this round is looking very good right now for Energy. It's looking much better than the previous one. It looks like they're going to be able to come out of this one pretty much unscathed. Well, I say pretty much unscathed. All 5 players do remain alive, but though they have been softened up by the pistols, I'll give you that. But yeah, 12 rounds here for Energy. This is where Big 5 are now making the purchase. Big 5, as the name insists, have gone for the big guns. 3 AUGs being purchased, 2 AWPs. And one of them is, of course, in the hands of Slowy. I have seen him play against a team like Loden, and oh boy, like Slowy was popping off. He was really playing well. On the CD side of Inferno, I think he actually racked up something like 20 kills, I'd like to say. It was quite ridiculous. I'd say he's going to have a vintage performance here as well. As for now, he's not doing too hot at the fragging department. Here in Banana, Molotov is thrown out though. Ooh, I think that's a bit of a mistake there, Slow. He's going to go for more, but he still finds the second kill. Alright, I guess there were some good trades there for Big 5, but once the Molotov is thrown out, instead of retreating back towards CT spawn, he pushes forward on Banana. That's a very ballsy play, Slowy, and, well, I guess you could say the team is rewarded with a 2-to-1 trade. That's a fine trade indeed. Looks like Energy are now just going to commit this bomb side, I would presume. Even though they'd still have 50 seconds remaining, they could very easily try to hit, say, the A-bomb site. Looks like it is going to be B. I think Cannibalistic has realized that he has dropped the bomb. And now it will be Raid and Dweezil coming on in here, but they are running in through a smoke. A lot of haze in their vision. And that is going to be the round here for Big 5, I would presume. Dweezil is going to have a very difficult time here in the clutch here, as, well, he's even going to get caught out for the smoke. All right there, Takbok. And yes, that's going to be the 7th round here for Big 5. Sweet, sweet clucking of the chickens. I'm surprised Valve hasn't added. Aren't chickens only available here on Inferno? I'm quite surprised not on other maps. Scrawny little things. Yeah, the players here from Energy looks like they're going to try to contest this banana area of the map, but again, that's going to be slow to deal some good damage there on Blaze. But in return, he does get bombardment to minus 40 points of health. And damage-wise, I mean, it's still not a bad trade there for Big 5. But yeah, they're going to be contesting different parts of the map here, Energy. Not really just sticking towards banana. They're poking around here in the middle as well. But as we do see here from the Energy players, this is a peculiar situation, all things considering. Because Energy, they don't necessarily have the most amount of utility in the world, so if they're planning on hitting this B bomb site, Big 5 are holding on to their utility to the very last second. Look at this, 30 seconds remaining, a smoke grenade being deployed. This is going to deter the Energy players from pushing. They must wait for the smoke to fade. And now it is going to be a commitment here. They're pushing in through the smoke. Tianchi, easy kills for him. And that stops the push in its tracks. Cannibalistic is here with the retake. Or shall I say the rotate. And he will find the last couple of kills. That's going to be another round here for Big 5 in their pockets. And that is the scary thing here for Energy. I have seen Big 5 in play. And this is what I can tell. On their city side, I love their nade usage. They're doing such a solid job at keeping their utility till the very last seconds here, especially the B defenders. I would give props to the B defenders, who are keeping their utility there for as long as possible there. We saw 30 seconds remaining. And that's where one of the players from the B side throws down the smoke grenade. That throws such a huge spanner that works for Energy. Oh, that's a nice nade. And a Molotov to boot. Are they going to push in for the flames? I don't think that's going to be necessary, as Tianchi is able to rack up some easy kills here. He's going for more here. A third one to his nade. And the fourth one as well. Big 5 right now in a very peculiar position, I'd like to say. Now they've actually began to rack up a decent amount of money here on the CT side, so if they're going to keep up the pace like this may not be an easy game to finish out for Energy. Again, the Molotovs having deployed here. Slowly goes in for the kill. Thus far, the B side offensive, superb. There's really nothing I can talk about it. But here on the A side, they haven't really tested out too often here, Energy, so I think this is going to be the round where Energy will try to test out the waters on the A side, see how things look here. Is it possible to maybe have a commitment here at the A side and try to overwhelm the defensive? But I have to say so, slowly, he's in a very peculiar position. He's going to try to back away. Not sure why he goes for the repeat there. That's a big mistake. Dweezil now on the op. And the B side is opening for business. Big 5 can try to attempt the retake, but if I'm being honest here, we take the B side on Inferno. That's a fool's game. Dweezil misses the shot, though. That's an opportunity there for Cannibalistic. But no, he gets taken out. And now it's all up to Takbok and Custom. I think if you're the two remaining players here, I think a save is the right choice. However, they're probably going to try to continue moving forward, and the problem is you have missed him with the flank. A bit of a... Ooh, not the cleanest of sprays that'll give you that missed him, but he gets the job done. And that's the important bit. He gets the job done. Oh, but this is odd. A pause from the terrorists. Interesting. I thought if there's anyone going to be taking a pause, I actually might have thought it could be Big 5 after losing a round like that, but it looks like it is Energy to take the pause. Okay. So them taking a tactical timeout, what are they discussing? This one, of course, is, in the whole scheme of things, is quite important here for Energy. We can see that the terrorists don't have a lot of money to work with. That's true. But even though they don't have a lot of money to work with here, the problem is that if they end up losing a round like this, that is where their money's in shambles. They might even have to go for an eco, if not. Yeah, I think one eco should do it. So that's a scary thing here for Energy. And there we go. Looks like we can get our show on the road here, folks. And do you see the Big 5 players scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point? They don't necessarily have the most amount of money in the world here after this purchase. So yeah, they want to invest in everything they've got here, but ooh, Takbok, is everything okay? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is problematic here for Big 5. Ah, oh, thank goodness Takbok is back. Man, I hope he was gone for a very serious issue. Otherwise, it would be quite dissatisfying to see, you know, Big Five's attack book just sitting there in CD spawn and not doing anything. But here, all players are animated. We can continue on with our matchup here, slowly. Holding a pretty nice angle here. With him holding that angle, that position, he's able to retreat towards not CD spawn, but on the B side itself. And he can very easily try to change up his positions and get some damage dealt that way. Oh, that's a good day. Yeah, oh, okay. I actually thought it's going to do more damage there. It's only 25 points of health taken away from Blaze. And it looked like that's going to be a much more deadlier nade. And now Utility being the player here from Energy. Big Five, they still have some of their Molotovs remaining. And now they're going to continue on pushing forward here, Energy. That's problematic. They must wait for the Molotov to fade. And now they're going to continue on moving forward. ADM hoping to spot the player here. He gets the shot on Tianchi. They can very easily continue on pushing forward on the side. Slowly, is he... What's he doing here? Is he... Oh, that's risky, Slowly. That's ballsy stuff from him. And he almost gets the second guy. And this is good here for Dweezil. He puts things back in favor of Energy. And Takbok, I think, is just going to have to go for the save here, buddy. I mean, he can attempt the retake, sure. He can try to go for it, but it's pretty much impossible at this point. That's going to be it here, folks. 14 rounds for Energy. And for Big Five, this is going to have to be an eco. For them, there's no other way of putting it. It is a simple eco fear from Big Five. And let me tell you, this is scary. This is definitely scary here for the CD side because as you might have heard, I've been praising their CD side quite a lot here, hoping they can get a lot of damage dealt here on the CD side of Inferno, but because the second half is coming to a close, I must admit my optimism is draining. This is an interesting setup. Yeah, it's probably going to be quite easy here for Energy, but they might just overwhelm one of these players, and in fact, the second player as well, so that's some damage being dealt here on the Energy economy, though by this point, economy isn't that big of an factor. It's really important for our teams to be winning the rounds. Weasel has a shot in there and Slowly. And in all fairness, if you're a Big Five, you've recovered yourself an impressive assortment of weaponry. Keep that. Keep that into the next round. By all means, you have Takbok on the AK-47, Chimanchi on an AWP. If you're going to keep those weapons, that's going to be looking a pretty solid purchase here from Big Five. All things considering, it should be a good round for them. Oh, it should be a good round in terms of equipment value, right? They will have the equipment, but can they use it to secure a round? That's the biggest question. And looks like we are seeing a pause being taken, and interestingly enough, it is Energy to take the pause. So I guess I wonder, this is probably the final moments. They realize this is the final moments here of the second half, so because they're taking a timeout here, I would presume this is a discussion. This is the discussion the players are having here. They're discussing their approach for this round, and it is quite an important round. They win this one, and that's pretty much it. That's going to be Energy coming out on top with this first map. Or actually, it's... Now this is a longer pause. I think, folks, this is probably going to be a technical issue, so bear with me. I do hope it's going to get fixed as soon as possible, and we can actually continue on with our matchup here. And of course, guys, for those who are tuning in, this is, of course, the closed qualifiers here for the Asia Minor CSA, and it is hosted by StarLadder. We do have our sponsor here. It is going to be GG.bet. who are going to be helping out here throughout the close qualifiers, presumably as well throughout the minor system, as well as other stages here of the major. And it's actually very cool to see that, you know, this region here, South Africa, actually has an opportunity to participate in the Asian minor and actually prove to the world that maybe South African Counter-Strike can, you know, they can be put on the map. We saw how Australian Counter-Strike was pretty much, wasn't doing that great for, well, some time in CSGO. They got themselves a good start there in 2015 when they were actually able to qualify for the minors. By qualifying for the minors, playing in the majors, racking up experience that way, that is a great learning tool for any team out there. And even though, well, if, so to speak, a team from South Africa qualifies and they don't get it done, don't worry. Like, that is a great way to garner some experience. And of course, experience is key in life. That's the thing. Whenever you have possibility to learn something or earn something, always have it, folks. This is now not just a simple game of Counter-Strike. This is now, we're getting into the philosophical things of life. Right. Enough philosophy, it's time for action here. It is 15 rounds here for Energy, Big 5 sitting on 9 rounds. This is going to be a bit of a faster style of round here for the Energy players. Very early on, they're going to be taking over some of that apartments control. Interestingly enough, they have 3 of their players going in through the apartments. That is quite an uncommon setup. But it doesn't look like they're going to be committing to the push just yet. They have slowed down quite a bit. So because they still have 3 players in the apartments and 2 of them in the middle, I would presume this is going to be a hit here on the A side. Mista throwing down the flashes to blind the player on the balcony. And now the players are going to go for it. Energy trying to make this push happen here. It is going to be custom to find one of these kills here. But now as the players are pushing forward, they have been bogged down here. Big 5 have 3 players here, and that's going to be it here. Big 5 do secure themselves the round, but it was really thanks to the individual prowess there of Custom and Tianchi. Without those 2 players, I think that could be the round there for Energy. So right, it was a nice idea there from Energy. But now they're going to have to change things up a little bit. They're back on the purchase here. They have the AK-47s to work with, as well as a decent amount of utility in their possession. But how shall they approach this one? Esmeralda is going to be fast controlled towards Banana, as now we're seeing Adam running for the flames, and oh no, his buddy also dies! Oh, I thought Blaze might have some sort of protection against the flames, but apparently I'm wrong. And that's going to be 2 Molotov kills there for Big 5. And a good trade nonetheless. That's 1 of their players going down, and 2 of the opponents. That's a fine trade for Big 5. They'll take that any day of the week. And now a commitment here. Dweezil for the apartments. Hoping to spot out some of the players here. He sees the head. He gets the headshot to boot. There's still attack bucket in the pit area. But you also have Cannibalistic coming in here for short. The flank is here, and Raid is probably going to be going down anytime soon. As he pulls off impressive 1 versus 3. But it's not meant to be. 11 rounds are now for Big 5, and okay, this is now the seed side I was kind of talking about, but as Dave mentioned earlier, that round earlier, weird. Okay, let's call it that. It was weird, okay? I think it was a double Molotov from the CTs. That's why the 2 T players ended up burning like a crisp, but thing is though, I mean, when you're running through the flames like that, I kind of admire the commitment, okay? I'll give you that. I admire the fact that they actually decided, okay, guys, we're taking banana control. No stop, rush B, okay? I commend that. But at the same time, I mean, that was some good damage being dealt. And look at this, like, Energy. They only have the pistols here to work with, and they're going to try to continue on pushing forward on the side. They don't really check slowing that position. Ooh, that's a big mistake. That's going to allow him to actually even plant the bomb here, so I can't really say this is the cleanest of rounds here for Big 5, but it is still looking good for them. Like, I think they're still going to be able to come out on top here, though we do have ADM fighting a shot there with the AUG. Suddenly, this is looking scary. TacBuck and Custom putting things back in the natural order of things. And now as Blaze, yeah, a couple points of health, easy kill there for Custom. And that's going to be now 12 rounds here for Big 5. And I'd say that's the thing right now. If you're a team like, in this case, let's say your team like Big 5, I don't think they have a lot of pressure here. If anyone's probably feeling pressure, it might just be a team like Energy. They were in the lead, they were in a fine position to close this one out. These past couple of rounds simply haven't gone their way. So let's see what kind of grandiose strategy will we see here from the Energy side to secure themselves that one measly round on the terrorist side of Inferno. Taking over apartments control. I don't seem to recall any sort of CT side aggressiveness in the B apartments. Primarily, it is one of the parts of the map which hasn't been given away for free. It doesn't look like Big 5 are too contested with holding the apartments. They're like, you want to have it? Go take it. Be my guest. And now the guys there from Energy, they seem to be poking around here towards the middle, but I don't think this is going to be the final commitment because they still have missed him on the sniper rifle, and he's playing it a bit of a more passive role, it looks like. Oh, cannibalistic. That is a good, a good opportunity for him to find that kill. And he also had Custom to throw down a very nice flash. And now it looks like it is going to be a commitment here from Energy on this B bomb site. They do have the utility to work with. And looks like it is going to be it here. Tianchi holding the angle. He sees the player in the flames, and now has Energy going to continue on with the push here. It's still not looking too great for them. It's a 3-on-5 scenario, kind of favoring the Big 5 squad here in Cannibalistic. Holding the spot out someone there through the smoke, or at least started to land a lucky shot. They're taking their sweet time actually planting the bomb here, which is quite interesting. Ooh, that's a wallbang. It actually connects. Okay, now I see what's going on there. It's only 9 points of health for Mistum. That's low. That's easy for Slowy, though. And the round is over yet again. It's Big 5 to come out on top, and as we do see the scoreboard yet again here, folks, this may not be an easy victory here for Energy. Something tells me we might just go the full distance. And if we go the full distance, 15-15, you know what that means, folks. It's overtime. Ooh, that's the aggressiveness I'm talking about. I think that might have been, is that actually Cannibalistic there who's gone for the peak? I'd like to say so. That was one of the first times I actually saw Big 5 try and attempt the aggressive play. But imagine if Cannibalistic gets shut down in that position, he puts himself and his team in a detrimental position. Oh, that's an interesting smoke trajectory. Not sure what that's all about, but what I do know is that there's a 1 minute remaining at this point and counting. So Energy are now going to have to do something at this point. What's it going to be? Is it truly going to be this hit here on the A bomb side? They do have themselves mid presence. That's great and all, but them having the mid presence, that's not enough for them to make this push happen here. In fact, because of that mid-presence, that's why Big 5 have 4 players here. And as I say so, one of them has rotated away, or shall I say, is going to be looking onto the archway position. Keeping the CTs on their toes. That's pretty much the main goal right now for Energy. With 20 seconds remaining, they must make a commitment here. The problem is, It is cannibalistic to gather all the intel here, and he can tell his teammates that, guys, there's nothing here in the middle. This is clearly going to be a B-side hit right now, Slowy, hoping to find a lucky shot there, and he finds it! And that's the round over there for the likes of Energy. There's nothing they can do as the bomb carrier has been dropped, and even though ADM is finding some nice shots. Oh, it's problematic for ADM. He died after the timer. He's only got $1,000 to work with. Ooh, that's not a lot. That's not a lot of money. So yes, this is now going to be a force buy here from Energy. They must invest here, and I mean, ugh, yeah. That's not a good looking purchase. That's a poor investment. Oh boy, Energy. They're not having a good half here on the second side. Pretty much, not I try to recall here, they haven't really won a lot of gun rounds. I think they've only picked up 2 or so gun rounds thus far, and that's not a very good track record here on the terrorist side of Inferno. Cannibalistic picks up the first kill there in ADM. And again, that's an advantage here for Big 5. Again, it kind of looks like it's just going to come down to this B-side push here from Energy. And I don't know about that, Energy. Like, you have barely found any success in the previous attempts. I don't think things going to change here much, if anything at all. Slowly, though, he does find the first kill there, and he's going to try to go for more. He anticipates the flank to take place. He does miss the no-scope, though, but anyhow, the round is over here. Big 5, they've made the comeback. That is going to be 15-15 here as the terrorists. Oh boy, they kind of flopped that one now, didn't they? It was, what, I'd like to say 7 rounds in a row. I think it was like 7, maybe 6 rounds in a row there for Big 5 on the CT side. And that's the thing, like I talked about earlier, like Big 5, they look good on the CT side. That's the thing. They look very solid. But it also came down to maybe the undecisiveness there from the Energy players. Or even that, like, they've been playing like very one-dimensional Counter-Strike here on the T side. Not really going for any sort of fakes. Well, I think they're having maybe a couple of rounds. That's about it. Primarily, they just group up to one of the sites. Once they're ready to make the commitment, they end up losing it, and they go for the same strat again. Clearly, that wasn't the answer. And now, that's the reason why we've reached overtime. And while it's being in overtime, if anyone's going to be feeling happy about themselves, it's always going to be Big 5 as they pulled off the comeback. Of course, the victor of this overtime will be the one who will pick up 4 rounds on the respective halves. And now the commitment here on the ace side. Utility to work with here from Big 5, but the thing is though, those are kills working out here for Energy. They're doing a fine job entering on the side. However, they haven't really cleared out Custom out of position though. He will hit the floor. And now it's going to be all up to Slowy here, who is making the rotate possible. And I do like this from Dweezil. He's going to be planning to get a bit of a more different position. He sees the player, though. And Slowy, he's stuck there. There's really nothing he can do there. And Blaze, he puts his team on the first victory here of overtime. And all it took is 4 kills for Blaze. And that's it. Now, if someone else is going to step up from Energy like that, I can definitely see it being a winnable game here from Energy. It's clearly not over. Flash is reading in. Looks like the Energy guy is going to go, again, back to the same bomb site play. And like I said, it looks like the A site seems to be a bit easier to take over here for Energy. And, oh, cannibalistic. He just walks into the crosshairs and missed him. And he's gonna take that fight every single day of the week. That's an advantage right now for energy. And what's going on there in Banana? Oh, that's peculiar. They have sneak past through the CT defensive. They're now in CT spawn. This is superb right now for energy. If they're going to continue on moving forward, they should be able to overwhelm the site defensive. That's one of the players going down. And now they need to find Tianchi. They get him as well. That's pretty much it here. 17 rounds for energy as they secure themselves the bomb side. There's really nothing custom and Takuma can do in this position other than, yeah, just go to the save. Even though you do have a lot of money to work with on overtime, you know, in the first couple of rounds, if you end up losing them quickly and you expend a lot of money, yeah, there's definitely the chance of you facing economical difficulties, and that's the case right now for Big Five. Oh, missed him going on the hunt. I can't really blame him at this point. They want to try and take away these rifles away from Big Five. If they're going to get it done, they're going to have even a lesser purchase here. Good shot there from Mistum. The man's already sitting on 4 kills, and yeah, they want to try to hunt down Custom as well, and there we go. That's going to be 17 rounds here for energy. And like I mentioned earlier, like, you saw the first round of overtime, it was Blaze to secure himself 4 kills. Now it's Mistum with 4. Yeah, now the individual is finally able to step up here for energy at a time of great need. Flash is raining in. Energy. Bit of a faster style of play here, even though Slowy spamming the deagle like a madman, he still can get a kill. But that's the thing about the deagle, right? It is a great weapon to actually try and land some of those one-shot headshots, but it's also a pretty good weapon. If you're very close to your opponent, it's just good to press mouse 1 constantly, try to get a spam in on the players, as you can also find a kill in such a manner. It's not always up to headshots. Oh, he's hearing footsteps. Techbook know what's going on here, and the thing is, though, the CTs have themselves pretty good crossbars set up here. Hello, Big Five. They're actually finding themselves some good kills here on the bomb side. This has now made things interesting. ADM. Oh, Tianchi is so close to getting that kill. ADM would probably love to reposition himself somewhere, say in the pit area, and only expose his headshot. Tianchi, very close in the smoke. He jumps on in. He sees the player. He lands the kill, and that's going to be around there for Big Five. Surprisingly enough, a unexpected victory, I'd like to say. I can't really say that the CT players on the A side had some sort of amazing setup here. What they did have, though, was the element of surprise. There was a player in the apartments area, and there was one of the guys as well, just sitting at default, not really revealing himself. And by the time 3 or so players from Energy have made their way into the bomb site, they haven't really checked some of those, you know, arguably common positions there. And on the back of it, Big Five secured 3 or 4 kills in, oh, actually 3 kills in a very quick succession. Oh, that was a powerful nade. I didn't expect it to do so much damage there in custom. But now it looks like the Big Five players, they're grouping up here for this mid take, it looks like. In the past, like, they've been successful with their mid presence, and they're actually picking up the pace right now. They're shifting to high gear, as they have now gone for pretty much the full-on wraparound on the A bomb set. Look at this. Cannibalistic just can hold the smoke right now. Hope for these players to pop one out. And now it is going to be looking like it's a round for Big Five. They have secured themselves. The bomb plant is going to be numbers punched in. Dweezil alongside ADM for them. It's just going to be a simple eco. Pardon me, not an eco, but a simple save by this point. They just have to save their weapons here. And if the weapon's going to be saved, well then, that's a great opportunity for Energy to still pull off a good-looking investment here. But I must admit, though, like, the way that we're able to get that wraparound on towards the long area of A, that's impressive. It really came down to Energy not having a third guy there on the A side, and look at the map control Big Five were able to take before any engagements took place on the A side. Ooh, aggressive stuff from ADM, though. Ooh, he's so close to the flames. And the nade's gonna get him. That is still some good trading from Energy. I mean, they've now put themselves in a pretty winnable position at a round like this. However, it looks like Big Five are gonna go back to their wrapper on the A side. And again, it might just be as effective as they done so last time. But as I say, so this time around, they're aware of that being a possibility. Missed them, looking towards long. With the AUG, of course, a very good weapon. Flash on top. Energy are about to realize what's going on here. They're definitely hearing the footsteps. They're hearing the utility being deployed. And I think they realize what's going on here. Missed him. Finds the first shot there and slowly. Now it's all up to Cannibalistic and Tagbok. As the two players are going to try to go for this one. But the Flames do make things that much more harder. And it's going to be Missed him to get the second kill as well. 18 rounds right now for Energy. All they need right now is just that one more round, and they have secured themselves the first map here. It is, of course, the map pick here of... Wait, it is the map pick of Big Five? I think so. Yeah, I think it's Big Five who picked this map. So that's going to put things... Ooh, and yeah, that puts things into perspective, right? Let's see, we will see a bit of an optic battle here between Cannibalistic here and... Oh... Yeah, I'm not really sure what was going on in ADM's head to go for such a play. Maybe he was hoping for a smoke grenade that was deep in banana. That's why he decided to push on through the smoke, but... Oh boy, that was risky. That's a big play. This can now put Big Five in a somewhat winnable position. As they've got themselves the early engagement. Tianchi. Not able to get anything done just yet. I mean, for now, it is the Big Five players still sticking around here in the middle. Not really committing to a hit on the bomb site just yet. Though, with 50 seconds remaining, they're gonna have to make a commitment here, Big Five, one way or the other. The question is, though, where? As we do have 4 of the players, in fact. Yeah, 4 of the players from Big Five heading over towards the B bomb side. Looks like it is going to be a B side hit, but what makes matters interesting is that Energy, they have 3 players here on the side defensive. This could be very difficult right now for Energy with that one smoke grenade. Will it pull off the rotate? No. It's going to come down to this final push here from Big Five. Can they pull it off? They have everything going in their favor right now. Blaze being set on fire. It's Blaze right now having an amazing performance here right behind the pillar. He ends up taken down, but 10 seconds remaining. I think that's enough time for Cannibalistic to actually plant the bomb. Ooh, Dweezil, he can't get the shot though. And now it is going to come down to the 2-on-3 retake. This is looking good right now for Big Five. They've now put themselves in a position where they can secure themselves a second set of overtime. Cannibalistic. Easy shot for him. And now it's all up to Dweezil. As the player seems to be finding himself the first one. That was the positioning of one of these players, though it is going to be quite difficult to get it done, I would presume. Very little time to work with here, but Dweezil does find himself another one, and now he's going to try to stick the defuse in, and he can't get the shot on custom. That's going to be it here, 18-18. And we're back on overtime. Now this is going to be the second set of overtime. And with this being the second set of overtime, oh boy, it's anyone's game, right? Quite hard to say who's going to be able to come out on top here, because Big 5 and Energy, I think they're being kind of drained out the way this this league has been going. So I think right now it really just comes down to who's got the stamina to continue on playing here, because we still have, at the very minimum, one more map remaining. So here, Energy. We spotted the player here. Good cross. Actually, that was a very nice setup there. Worst case scenario, that's a trade for Energy. And the best case scenario is them finding the early pickup and now retreating, playing a bit more passively here on the CD side. And now the commitment from Big 5. They're entering the bomb center right now. That's a good setup there. Missim is actually on the plant pop. But ooh, Tianchi! There's some great kills being picked up here. And now as he's punching in the numbers, it's going to come down to Raid and Dweezil. Can they get it done, though? They are, of course, going to be sticking this one together. That's the approach you want to have in a round like this. But Tianchi has been looking quite good here in this matchup. I think he's sitting on, what, 35? Yeah, on 35 kills. That's impressive. But he's in a pretty uncommon position. That's an opportunity there for Tianchi to get this one done. And, okay, that's not going to happen. That's going to be Dweezil to win the round for the team. And, of course, Energy will secure their first round here of the second set of overtime. Oh, someone missed an easy Molotov for Boiler. Now it kind of looks like it, the Energy players. They've been put themselves in a pretty peculiar position here at the A side. Again, they only have the 2 players defending this bubble side, which is going to be a bit problematic. This is where Big 5 have the push coming on through here, and even though they do find themselves the first one, the second, and the third one, though, I think it's going to be looking good for them to secure this one. Cannibalistic and Tianchi not at the best positions right now, but they're still hoping to find some of these kills here. The player in the pit does go down here. Cannibalistic and Tianchi actually now have themselves bombs to control. They can now plant the bomb here on the site. But can they get it done here? Dweezil hoping to find something here with the AWP, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. That's now, ooh, Dweezil gets shots with the 5-7, and that's pretty much it here. The 20th round right now for Energy. They're sitting at, okay, comfortable 2 rounds in the CD7 Inferno. I'll give you that. That's not a bad scoreline in overtime. The best possible scoreline is, of course, 3 rounds in a row, which for a team like Energy, that is still a possibility. Custom moving quickly towards Banana. He might just have to reconsider his options here. Molotovs being thrown out, though. Nothing much going on here on the other parts of the map. And that's where Big 5, they got loads of time to work here. It doesn't look like they're going to be committing to one of the bomb sites just yet. Again, it's pretty much back to just poking around here in middle. And I'm quite surprised to tell you this, that somehow the two-player setup were able to hold off a push last time around. And again, now it seems to be a repeat of the last round where Raid is able to get to. And the guy in the apartments, I think he has snuck through, hasn't he? Oh no, he's still in the apartments there, okay. And that's going to be nice. Good shots coming in from Mistim. And this round seems to be over here for Big 5. Tianchi and Custom going to continue on pushing forward, but it's pretty much impossible to stop this defensive from Energy. 20 rounds for them. They secure the 3 rounds necessary here in overtime, and that is good for them. 3-0 lead. They can be very satisfied with their performance. All they need right now is just the 1 round on the T side, and we're going to be heading over to our second map, which will be the map pick of Energy, Dust 2. Yeah, the guys here from Energy, we have seen them actually struggle, you know, even in regulation when it comes down to closing out this game here on the T side. But one thing they do have on their side, it is the weaponry. It's looking superb for them. ADM on the sniper rifle. Maybe he's going to be the one able to find some openings here. It is cannibalistic, though, to come out on top in the first engagement. That's looking pretty good here for Big 5, all things considering. They're back in their element, the CT side defensive. Now with the smoke grenades blocking out the vision here from CT spawn, this is where they have to commit to the site here, Energy. They can't stall around because once the smoke ends up fading, that's where one of the guys there, I think Cannibalistic can get some serious work done, and now it is Mistim spinning around and getting the crucial kills here on the site. The Molotov though, I think it's going to have to force out the player out of position here, slowly hoping to find a kill, but it's not meant to be. He's going to switch it to the AK. Missed him. Hit the AWP, but yeah, he's going to get spotted out a bit too quicker, and he still had the bomb on his shoulders. That's a bit problematic here for Blaze, as with the bomb being dropped, it's just going to come down to finding the kills, and yep, he gets it. That's going to be 19 rounds here for Big 5, and well, who knows, maybe by this rate, we might just see ourselves even a third set of overtime. I can't really say that's out of the realm of possibility. Molotovs being thrown out. Energy have taken some chip of damage, I guess you could say. Missed him. Minus 50 points of health for him. Cannibalistic, only minus 32. Not that big of a biggie. Not that big of a deal in general. But if now you're a team like Energy, with them again having only the AK-47s to work with, this is a great opportunity to make one of these faster plays on the bomb side. What's gonna happen next? 1 minute here. Energy. Will they make this one happen? Do they have the energy to pull it off? Can they do it? They're throwing down the utility. They're gonna commit to the bomb site play right now. Cannibalistic misses the first shot. He does have Tacboot to help him out. Now it's all up to Cannibalistic here on the site. There's Custom though as well. But they've put themselves in a winnable situation. It's a 2-on-2 here for Energy. And as they do have a post-plant situation here, they can put themselves in some good positions, and we can see there's Blaze right now on the site and missed him in the pit. Powerful positions here from Energy. Tianchi Moving on through short, throws down the Molotov, anticipating the player to be there. That's a common angle though, but Blaze, he needs the back of his own teammate. That's where Mistim's gonna pounce, and that's gonna be it here, 22-19. It will be Energy coming out on top, victorious on their first map of the best of 3. But guys, don't go anywhere. Even though I am losing my voice, we still have a second map, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more Counter-Strike action, but until then, we'll head on over to a quick commercial break.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.